Hi again. Welcome back. I'm Val. I'm with Moving Monroe County. I'm a real estate agent with Howard Hanna here in Monroe, Michigan, and I wanted to hop on and tell a few little stories and give you guys my top reasons why you should be considering new construction if you are looking to buy a home in 2021. So, it's a really hot housing market right now. Everybody knows that, I think. It's pretty aggressive. So I'm just going to tell you a little story about a client that I've been working with and some of our struggles and why he ultimately ended up buying a home that is new construction. So this particular client, we had seen a lot of houses, a lot. I'm talking like 50. And it was getting exhausting, disappointing. We were losing bidding wars. It got pretty crazy. So we had seen multiple homes that were new construction throughout our search, probably about, maybe 6 or 8 different new construction homes. And they were kind of all over the place as far as what he liked, what he didn't like, locations, things like that. So we hadn't totally decided on that. But what was happening when we were seeing existing homes versus new construction was pretty significant. So typically when a new house hit the market, like not new construction house, but a new listing hit the market that met his requirements, it was gone like within a day. So we would have to try to get a really quick appointment, like a 15-minute appointment, which to me is not enough time to make a decision to buy a house. And we would walk the house really quick. There were realtors outside waiting on us, basically knocking down the door to get in. And then we would have to decide if we were going to make an offer. And at that point, with so many showings, we were making over-asking offers. There were concerns about if the house would appraise, what would happen if it didn't. Would he have to come up with the extra money to not, if the house didn't appraise? So there was just all sorts of things. And last weekend, there was a house we really wanted to go see. And 2 days before it was even active on the market, they had 45 scheduled showings for that weekend. So ultimately, we couldn't even get in the door. But if we had, the price would have just been so inflated because of the amount of offers that they had, and it would have just been a really crazy bidding war at that point. So anyways, long story. Later that same day, we checked out a different house, and it was new construction. And this house happened to be a model home, actually. So the builder was using that as their model, essentially, to sell other homes in the community. So it was their office, but also their model. So you could walk in, you could see all the pretty things that you could get when you decide to build your home. So what is great about new construction is you can either build from the ground up, or you can get what's called a spec home. And a spec is something that a builder might start building a neighborhood and they don't actually have buyers for those homes yet. So they'll build certain floor plans, and depending on when you purchase in the process, you might actually be able to pick out some of your finishes. So if you get there pretty early on, you can help them decide like what color granite you want, what your flooring is, all of those different things. But they typically do have specs kind of in different stages throughout the whole process whenever you come in. So some of the perks of new construction, big one probably is design. Homes, we see it everywhere. Every house, depending on the era it was built in, has a certain look to it. So my home, for example, was built in 1950, and it was added onto, so it's not exactly a 50s house anymore, but we see things in this home that are very 50s. So we had some really pretty wild tile. We have pocket doors all over. We have drop ceilings in our home. Probably not things that would go in a brand new house anymore. And kind of what's happened throughout time is design trends change, but people know what works and what doesn't work anymore. So drop ceilings are really not the thing anymore. You can see my low ceiling height above me, but it is what it is. It was built in 1950. So a house from 1990, golden oak everywhere, right? Everybody knows every 90s house, even early 2000s house, the thing was golden oak. So golden oak trim, golden oak cabinets, it's just oak everywhere. And that's fine, but golden oak isn't really in like it used to be. So design is the big thing. You're going to be able to walk into a home that has the latest, greatest. It's what people like today, essentially. All right, so home warranties is another big thing with new construction. So when you buy an existing home, you can actually add on a home warranty for the first year if you'd like to, which is really nice. That'll cover things like major appliances. You can add on the furnace. So if the furnace goes out in the first year, then that'll be covered under your home warranty, and it's usually only good for a year. A home warranty with a builder is something that comes automatic with the house. Depending on the builder, they may offer an extended warranty or a standard 1-year warranty, which is same thing. It's going to cover all of the major appliances, but it's also going to cover some interior features of the home, like the flooring, if something cracks or things like that. When a new home is constructed, there's kind of a growing period for it. It settles, so the house will actually drop a little. Not like you can't see this happening, but it happens. The house will settle, any house, and things might shift a little, especially we live in Michigan, so the weather change, things like that, pressure and different things on the house might make the house shift. So, something that happens a lot is something called a nail pop, where they actually put in the drywall. When it shifts or settles, you might get a little pop out of one of the nails in the home, and that's totally normal. It's just part of the process. Probably my house from the 50s happened, 70 years ago when they built this place. So anyways, so home warranty with new construction is going to cover a whole lot more than a home warranty than you can get on an existing home. And obviously on new construction, everything is brand new, so there really shouldn't be a whole lot to cover on that home warranty, but you never know, things happen. We're human, people build houses, and things might need tweaked over the first year. Okay, so community amenities is something that new construction might offer versus an existing home. It seems like a lot of new construction subdivisions right now are including things like playgrounds, little parks. They've got sidewalks throughout. So if you like to be social, or you want somewhere where, for your kids to run around, new construction might be a really good thing for you to look into in a subdivision that has some different community amenities. Inventory. Okay, so I talked about this a little bit already. There's a significant supply and demand issue right now, and there's a few things that are contributing to that. COVID is one. People are working from home. What they're realizing is their homes are not working for them anymore. They're not able to work from their current house. Maybe they don't have a dedicated office, or maybe they've just realized they're in it so much they want something different. So COVID's a big one. Babies are another big one. So I'm 31, and I know so many pregnant people or people who have had babies in the last year. There's a huge baby boom right now since COVID, and that is causing people to outgrow their houses. So they need something bigger to accommodate their families, and that is driving up the demand. So with new construction, you're not going to have so much of a problem finding a house. It's not going to be as aggressive. You're going to have more options. It's going to be a little bit less stressful because you're not going to be fighting with 50 other people looking to buy an existing home like that. So I already told you my story about this weekend. This house is a little bit different because it was an existing home. It was already there as a spec. So there was a potential that they would be getting a second offer behind ours. So we made sure we got in there first. But competing with one other offer is nothing compared to some of the others we've seen. So supply and demand is big. You can even, if they start building a new subdivision, you can get in there early enough to, purchase a lot and then build from the ground up. Typical build times, I would say, most of the builders I've worked with and spoke to are probably 6 to 8 months, but they might be booked out at that point. So specs might be good for people who need to get in a little bit sooner. And the new home feel. So this is my last thing on this is my number 5 of the top 5 reasons why you should consider new construction. There's just something about it being yours. You know what I mean? Like, even think about a car. Like, if you buy a used car and someone smoked in it, you're going to smell that smoke forever. Same thing with a house. If you buy a used house, you're going to have to work around what people have done to your home before you got there. And sometimes those are pretty crazy things. People do some pretty crazy things to their houses that maybe you wouldn't want, and then you have to change. But obviously a huge benefit to new construction is that nobody has ever lived in it but you. So this is going to be yours to put your touch on, and you don't have to do anything to it for a very long time. So one of the big things I want to highlight with new construction is a builder might tell you you don't need to work with a real estate agent when you're buying new construction. And this could not be further from the truth. They work for the builder, okay? That sales rep works for the builder. You need someone to work for you. You need someone who's going to negotiate things for you. You need someone in your corner making sure that they address the nail pop in the ceiling, or I don't know, we actually asked for some of the furniture in this example house that I'm telling you about. So you need somebody who's going to do that for you. Don't let the builder directly sell them the house. That's big. So if I've convinced you to look into new construction, reach out to me. You should really consider it. With the way that the market is right now, there is not a significant difference in prices of new construction versus existing homes. So if you think it's a budget problem, talk to me, because I have a pretty good idea of what's out there currently and versus new construction and existing homes, and they are pretty dang close to the same thing. So anyways, if I can help in any way, or if you guys have any questions, comment, message me, text me, call me, whatever you want to do. But I appreciate you, and I will talk to you very soon.